Hello, friends. Tony Howard here, and I am joined by Thea Wershing today to tell you guys about a new astrology summit coming up this weekend, August 3rd and 4th, called Fresh Voices in Astrology 2.0. So it's free to sign up. Head over to freshvoicesinastrology.com/summit and sign up today. And Thea and I are going to chat about her presentation for the summit. So thanks for joining me today, Thea.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited about the summit, not just for my talk, but there's so many great astrologers participating with a lot of fresh takes. So what am I doing? I'm talking about dwarf planet Ceres. Sort of horrible to have to call a planet a dwarf, but I would say, we know Ceres as an asteroid. And what I encounter a lot with the asteroids is that people feel overwhelmed by the number of asteroids. So I work with Ceres as kind of the lead asteroid in the asteroid belt because that planet's the largest. And I had studied the available literature and research about Ceres and felt like there must be, another take we could use with this asteroid so that it's applicable to everyone. Because a lot of the existing research on it kind of makes it just about women, right? Like women's stories. Since Ceres is the same, basically, same basic deity as the Greek Demeter. Okay, so it's very much like a woman's story, mothers and daughters. So when working with this planetary energy, I just wanted to bring it back to something very basic that we all, work with on a daily basis. An archetype, right? Like, so other archetypes, Libra, relationship, right? What's something that we all have to deal with? And I just started thinking about food. And it sounds so kind of prosaic and boring, but then in working with clients with Ceres, everyone has such a fascinating, unique, deeply personal food story. And my talk will connect Ceres to the archetype of Virgo. And I think, I'm a Virgo, you're a Virgo. Virgos get made fun of a lot, and I think we've kind of lost the sacredness of this archetype. So I just started asking, like, well, what was the higher purpose of this archetype aside from worry and anxiety and other things we, like to make fun of Virgos about? So my talk will explore Ceres as a deity, Virgo as an archetype, but also go through Ceres in the signs and talk about the individual's relationship to food through the signs. And I want to make it really clear that I will not give nutrition advice. I think, women especially are so damaged by a lot of people telling them what to eat, and, food is sold to us as this commodity. So it's more like the approach is how to eat in terms of how to feel, how to feel about that whole experience of taking nutrition into our bodies. It's a really sacred thing. And I think it's become a very commodified thing in modern culture. So really, I'm trying to affect a shift in consciousness, nothing less than that. So
Beautiful. No, that sounds really, really wonderful. And I'm really excited to hear your talk. I've heard quite a few talks on Ceres, and some people will bring in the food topic, but not in the way it sounds like you're going to do. And I know that you're going to do it in a way that gives people some practical advice and guidance about how to start working with this energy, maybe in a new way. Maybe you haven't looked at Ceres in your chart. So if you haven't and you're curious, definitely come check out this talk. Well, cool. Well, for people who haven't met you before or aren't familiar with your work, can you share a little bit about what your approach is to astrology?
Sure thing, Tony. Well, a couple years ago, I changed the name of my business to the Pluto Babe. And that was actually a name someone had given me first in the Stephen Forrest AP. And then another astrologer said, yeah, that really fits you. So really the spirit of that business is about releasing shame around traumatic things that may have happened to us. So for a lot of people who suffer from, if they've experienced a sexual trauma or physical abuse or other really intense things that can be part of the human condition, I think a lot of times people personalize those things and say, well, there's something wrong with me because that happened to me, and they carry a lot of that shame. So really my work with Pluto is about releasing shame from those very intense experiences that some of us have to live through and trying to turn that heavy Plutonian stuff into a source of strength, right? Just sort of recognizing that we might walk with a little more shadow material than the average person. And that doesn't mean we have to, be an outsider or have a sad life or go through life with shame. So I really just like liberating people from their stories and feeling oppressed by them. And it's a lot of sitting with a shadow, I guess. That's what my practice seems to be defined by.
Well, what a wonderful service for folks, and what a great gift you're giving to folks who get to work with you. Wow. That's just really, really, really rich. So thanks for sharing that. And if you would like to learn more about Thea or her work, head over to freshvoicesinastrology.com/summit and sign up for the summit today. It is free to sign up. Actually, it's free to watch live. And then each talk is available for 24 hours to watch on the live stream. If you sign up, you'll actually get information about how to watch the live stream, which will include access for 24 hours to each talk. So if for some reason you can't tune in this weekend, or you're watching this video after August 3rd and 4th, 2019, you can still actually get the summit recordings, and you can sign up for the recordings in advance by purchasing the All Access Pass. If you head over to that summit page, you'll find all the details for that as well. So definitely don't feel like you're missing out if you've caught this later, you can't tune in this weekend. So thanks again for joining me today, Thea.
Thank you so much, Tony. I'm so excited about this.
Awesome, and great having you here. And I'm so thrilled to have you on the summit. And I hope to see some of you at the summit very soon. Until then, take good care.
Bye.